Ancient Rome, an empire renowned for its influence, had a complex social fabric encompassing various life aspects, including relationships and sexuality. While much attention has been given to the role of concubines in ancient China, the practice of taking male concubines was not exclusive to China. In Rome, male concubines played a significant role in the lives of elite members of society, offering both intimacy and access to influence, riches, and life intricately linked with the empire's rulers. This video will explore the intriguing world of male concubines in ancient Rome, their selection process, social dynamics, and cultural contexts that shaped existence. To understand the role of male concubines in ancient Rome, it is essential to grasp the Roman perspective on homosexuality. Unlike modern society, the Romans did not have specific terms for heterosexuality or homosexuality. Instead, sexual relationships were categorized based on active or passive role assumed by the partners involved. Irrespective to their gender, while freed-born male Romans enjoyed considerable sexual freedom, engaging in homosexual relationships was not controversial or taboo if it adhered to the certain Roman norms. The deeply militarized nature of Roman society influenced the dynamic of homosexual relationships. Rome glorified conquest dominance, and these traits were associated with masculinity. Consequently, men could engage in homosexual relationships only if they assumed an active, penetrative role. The passive partner, on the other hand, was considered socially inferior. It was acceptable for a Roman man to engage in sexual activity with male slaves, former slaves, prostitutes, or actors, but engaging in coitus with another man of the same social class was considered taboo. Being penetrated as a male was seen as a compromise to the man's integrity and status. Age and social status played a vital role in determining the visibility of sexual partner for a Roman man. Young men between the ages of 12 and 20 were deemed accessible sexual partners. And there was a cultural expectation for older Romans to seek relations with them. However, freed Roman boys and young men were strictly off limits. Roman society's structure emphasized class status as crucial factors in defining the boundaries of acceptable sexual relationships, overshadowing gender and distinctions. Throughout the imperial period, various reports surfaced regarding Roman emperors engaging in relationships with male concubines. One prominent example is a relationship between Emperor Hadrian and the Greek youth Antinous. Hadrian encountered Antinous at the age of 13 during a tour of the provinces. While the specifics of their relationship remain largely unknown, it is believed to have been a pederastic relationship until Antinous' untimely death at the age of 20. Hadrian's profound grief led him to deify Antinous, and a cult dedicated to his worship spread across the empire. However, speculations persists that Antinous' death may not have been an accident, as he was approaching an age that would render him unsuitable for their relationship, highlighting the rigid parameters surrounding homosexual relationships among the Roman men. Emperors such as Titus and Nero were known to keep many male concubines. Titus, who ruled from 79 to 81 AD, maintained relationships with multiple male concubines. Nero, infamous for his controversial reign, married a young man and had him castrated to preserve his youthful qualities. These instances highlighted the intertwining of power, dominance, and sexuality within the Roman imperial court. The act of penetrating sex between males in ancient Rome was intricately linked to notions of dominance and masculinity. Being the active partner symbolized power and prowess, while being a passive partner was considered scandalous and humiliating. Political opponents even used allegations of passively to homosexual relationships to undermine their rivals' reputations. Julius Caesar, for instance, faced accusations of engaging in sexual relationships with the king Nicomedes. Caesar's enemies mockingly referred to him as the Queen of Bithynia, highlighting the association between passivity, femininity, and the emasculatory effects of being the recipient of a homosexual act or sex. While Roman society generally accepted and practiced homosexuality within specific parameters, there were legal and social considerations. Oral rape or violating a rival was seen as an expression of superiority and power. However, laws were eventually enacted to prevent victims and prosecute offenders, acknowledging the importance of preserving social status and safeguarding individuals from such humiliations. The case of Caesar demonstrates how elite men could become targets, slander, and political attacks due to allegations of being passive partner, underscoring the potential damage to one's reputation in the political arena. The world of male concubines in ancient Rome provide a fascinating glimpse into the social, political, and cultural dynamics of the time. The selection process and the criteria for being a male concubine were intricately tied to power, influence, and the pursuit of dominance. Roman society's emphasis on social hierarchies and glorifying masculinity shaped the parameters of acceptable homosexual relationships. While the practice of male concubines was not without controversy and social constraints, it played a significant role in the lives of elite Romans, offering a unique avenue for connection, pleasure, and the exercise of privilege.